Hey, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to the Sibling Experiment. Let's get pissed some more at Jasmine. Naturally, out of my usual Eric drama followed after that, and nothing ever happened after that bizarre confirmation, so imagine my horror when I woke up that morning to the feel of someone right beside me. In my room. On my bed. Jasmine, wake up! I felt a violent shake on my shoulder, rousing me from sleep. Who? Jess, come on, we've got to school! My eyes snapped open and fixed on a poster near some cheap wallpaper. Posters, how tacky. Had this person ever heard of decorative frames? Yeah, that was my exact first thought. What kind of dream was this? Why is the dream of something so below me? None of my dreams had ever been anything so lame. To my utmost surprise, my sleepy eyes then beheld a blonde-haired boy with a grin staring right at me. I thought a complete stranger. He was so close our noses almost touched. I let out an almighty scream. Who are you? What are you doing to me? Where am I? Ah! I screamed some more and didn't stop until the boy ripped the sock from his left foot and shoved it straight in my mouth. All I could taste was food stench. Freaking food stench. My face must have gone completely green and it wasn't going to stop. I spat the sock out and started screaming once again. This time some woman with an equally tacky uniform as the posters ran into the room. The first thing I noticed about her face was her penciled eyebrows. Hey lady, that wasn't how you were supposed to feel your eyebrows. Hey, do you have something to her? Jasmine? She is great. What's going on here? Jasmine's having a breakdown, Mom. All that older child pressure has finally gotten to her. Older child? What was this boy saying? I was the younger child. And what was I doing here? Where was he? Was this not a dream? Why were they talking so much? How did they know my name? My head was spinning with questions. It was a lot hitting me all at once. The boy with no sense of personal space stepped forward and knocked on my scalp. Did you hit your head or something? I dropped the blanket on the bed, up around me, cocooning myself. Who are you? Why are you in my privacy? Don't touch me! I stared in horror at all the ugly posters in the room. Very nice. They surrounded me. They were everywhere. Jess, where in the world was I? Mom, Jess has amnesia. You both feel. You both know people only get that in movies or television. Jasmine, stop playing tricks on brother and come down to get breakfast. Brother who? People get amnesia, Mom. Maybe my baseball accidentally flew into her skull and got her completely damaged. I knew well enough that amnesia didn't work like that. It didn't give you completely different memories, and I clearly remember everything about my life up until that point. I don't have amnesia. I'm having delusions of being in a poorly constructed, badly decorated room with strangers. As long as it's only that, honey, you'll be fine. Come downstairs when you're ready, Tyler. The woman eyed me in wonder, but then she just patted my head and left the room, much to my dismay. I worked a full taste of sangria in my mouth and stared that monster down. I would never be fine again, not for the rest of my unfortunate life. Perhaps I should shove it down his throat as well. The monster, if his name was Tyler, from what I gathered, had his head tucked to the one side, assessing me, his hair curtaining his face. This? You, whoever you are, get out of my room! I mean this room! I mean, just get out! He tilted his head, looked at me quickly, mimicking his action. I tilted my head as well. I tried to stifle a laugh, seeing how genuinely confused he seemed and also because of how ridiculous the situation was. I woke up in an ugly room and this stranger put his sock in my mouth, and then yet another stranger came to the scene, claiming stranger number one was my brother, and who was the one supposed to be? My mom? I would laugh, yes. If only I still didn't have the horrible taste of his footwear in my mouth. Oi, are you deaf? You and your disgusting foot fungus breeding filthiness better leave now. You mean my sock? Out, get out, now! Okay, you're so noisy this morning. As if he ever saw me another morning before. The boy scampered out of the room. looking amused, leaving me screaming to my pillow in frustration. Of all things, I'd have to admit, I did not anticipate this. I was in for the shock of my life, not the strangers or the ugly surroundings, but the closet of all things. If I hadn't been so tired, the change would have registered sooner, but mornings had never been my strong point. The horror just didn't stop there. Baggy t-shirts, khakis. Khakis? Was this even a girl's closet? Who went out in such costumes? TJ. And I'd say she looked great. Me apparently, or I'd have to wear my pajamas. I managed to find something that wasn't as disastrous as the rest of the closet and went downstairs, bracing myself for whatever the hell this was going to be. I thought it was bad enough to be stuck with a gross older brother, but to be stuck with gross strangers acting like they were your family in grotesque, filthy house. This was a mismatch, this was injustice here. I say those clothes are great. I threw myself down the tacky chair, carefully trying not to touch anything else, not having my sense alarming got beyond age about everything I come in contact with. That included these strangers. Hey Jess! This silent voice spoke with a mouth full of cereal and was getting less and less cute by the second. Before I could even respond, I caught sight of his hiding place. Much to my horror, there was this suspicious red liquid all over the kitchen table. I instinctively screamed again, but it was cut off with Tyler clapping his hand over my mouth. What is wrong with you? He released me hesitantly, looking quite cautious. I just pointed to the table in mixed horror and disgust. Is that blood? Once again, he looked at me as though I was crazy. You mean the ketchup? He reached his hand toward the table as if about to touch the dirty spilled condiment. Ew, don't touch it! Okay. Chill, Jess. Gee, this only can't be happening. I stared again at the ketchup-filled table. What the hell happened? This is pure horror right here. Tyler chuckled in front of me. It's just ketchup. I'm a mess eater and you know it. I didn't, and I wish I'd never had to know. I think I'm having hallucinations. Did Eric put something in my pancakes this morning? He probably did. Eric? Pancakes? I have no idea who and what you're talking about. Maybe you are having hallucinations. Should I call Mom now? This? Mom, wait, that's right. How would my parents react? Surely they must have noticed that I was gone. It might be best to give Eric a call. Sure, I had the guy's guts, but I need to know how things were on his end. I needed more than just a few minutes to proceed whatever it was going for, and I needed all the facts I could gather to make sense of this. As I stormed through my pockets, I realized that I didn't have myself, but there was one sitting just on the kitchen bench. It was like I had been stripped of the person that I was. Nothing around me was mine, not even the clothes that I wore. Even family was not my family anymore. So I waited, and waited, until both Tyler and his mom were out of the room before quickly snatched up. Thankfully, there was no lock on the home screen. Only there was this crucial point I hadn't really thought of. What was Eric's number again? I was used to have it on present, so I never had to remember it. Actually, his would have been the last number I would have remembered. Only now that I realized that I didn't know how to reach my parents either. Since they were so busy, they didn't want us disturbing them with unnecessary texts or phone calls, so they didn't even give us a reachable cell phone number. We could handle ourselves, apparently. I think Eric had their number to be used only for emergencies. But seeing that I couldn't even contact Eric, I had no other choice. Great. I was stuck. I had to get myself together and live with Tyler for the time being. It wouldn't benefit me anything if they suspected there was something wrong with me. I didn't trust them either. Who could have guaranteed that there wasn't anything wrong with them? After all, they did think I was family. Hey kid, wake up! You may have amnesia, but I've got a name too, you know. Tyler? Tyler. Tyler, wait for me! Begrudgingly, I pulled him along. He was walking so fast that my knees knocked together as I tried to pick up the pace. The heel wobbled and I felt the inevitable happening. I toppled over onto the hard concrete. Damn brat, he didn't even have the decency to walk the same pace as his companion. But my shoes must have made a crunching sound, because Tyler spun around and raced back to them in an instant, holding out both hands to help me up. He repeated, "No, really not such a klutz." I was left stunned for a second or two. I didn't even notice my elbow aching until much later on. If it was Eric, he probably would have just laughed at me and left me to struggle to school by myself. Now you don't have the proof of that. This was new. Why restrain me like that? Just take my hands, or should I just go on ahead? Whoever this blonde guy really was, I sure was rather grateful to take his hands. He pulled me up, all the while maintaining the eye contact with me. Deep breath, Jasmine, keep cool. For some reason my face felt flushed. It was practically nothing. What's with these heels anyway? Did you love wearing them?
No. Just, thanks or whatever.
Welcome, nothing sis. There goes with the sis again. It was still weird. I knew full well that we weren't real siblings, and if I could, I would have probably chosen to be an only child, but just a tiny bit. I was starting to think that this could very well be a brother I could tolerate. No more gross Eric. Well, this one still seemed kind of gross, but he still had a long way to go if he wanted to reach the Eric level of grossness. But you touched that ketchup table. Tyler smirked maliciously and then raised on my head without another word.
And just like that, he's gone.
You think I could still see him in the distance? Tyler turned his head briefly, then kept on running. Did he want to race with me there? There was no way to take off running, not in these heels. I strolled at my own pace. But he was still waiting for me there by the time I got to the gates. Streetsvale High School. Welcome. I'm telling you, I had never been so happy to see that sign. Found that it was something much needed right now. Soon I was roaming around familiar hallways with a stranger foe. Maybe this was an alternative universe. But alternative universes usually would be something like the word of the opposite, where people's personalities flip 180 degrees or something for. As much as I'd like to have someone to discuss this theory with, I doubt this idiot would have any knowledge to offer. Except for super mundane things. Yeah, perhaps I could get some information out of him. So,
you go here too?
Why did my voice crack when I asked him that? Wait, to be casual. It was pretty big school, however. Seriously, Jess, you need to stop this. It wasn't funny the first time and it's not funny now.
I know, but just in case I have a teensy bit of amnesia, could you remind me what grade you're in?
He still looked at me as if I was crazy, but nevertheless he did humor me. 10th, the year below you, Jess.
Really? Maybe I have seen you before?
Okay then. Crazy! Tyler mocked me tastelessly, aspect of someone with such little choice of words. He then proceeded to spin his finger around his ear and beamed. I was having mixed feelings about this. I had to admit again that he wasn't a nice or at all. Next thing I know, he was off to his own business. Someone had to teach this kid some manners. Seriously. Reluctantly I went to seek out my locker, hoping that it hadn't changed too. The combination was right. It was a relief to see all my stuff was still there. Yet aside from this, my life had turned upside down. There was just so many things that didn't add up and my thoughts were all jumped up. At least I could reach Eric for. For now, I grabbed what books I was going to need, checking the schedule in my locker to see that it was still the same, and walked off to the homeroom. I saw Sandra in the homeroom, which made me crack a small smile of relief. At least I still had her around. I had told her about all this bizarre thing and maybe together we'd be able to figure something out. But to my surprise, she just looked me up and down when I waved at her. Okay. What curled up her butt and died? In class I tried to block everything else but the teacher, pretending it was just another day. I usually focused pretty single-mindedly on my studies, now it helped me ignore the predicament I was in. Well, in a way, it was just another day. Oh, goddammit. However, once the bell for recess rang, my social studies teacher came up and put her hand down firmly on my desk just as I was about to get up. I originally planned to seek out Eric during recess, but apparently that was going to be hard to wait. My teacher leaned right over to me. Jasmine, rest is not for those who break school rules. Eh? I bet it's about heels. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself staring at a bunch of teachers right in the face. They stood around, scrutinizing me with narrowed eyes. Well, we were making bloody eye contact. It was just uncomfortable. What? I didn't so much broken nail, let alone school rules. This sort of thing never happened to me. I had always been a good student and teachers just adored my presence. Not this bunch of teachers who were standing around soberly as if they were just about to vote on whether I'd be sent to the gallows or not.
Can someone tell me what's going on here?
Well, it's definitely not her writing.
It could be her work.
I recognized that one teacher. Didn't he step inside Tyler's homeroom? True. They kept on ignoring my question and making bad comments. Bored out my mind, I mentally rated their outfits on a scale of 1 to really goddamn angry. Minutes passed. Okay, I didn't have time for this.
Hello, we don't have to know what I'm being accused of.
The name Ryan came up in regards to a homework scandal. We have 3 kids on suspension for handing in plagiarized work, and you're being investigated as the prime orchestrator.
A homework scandal? I've been straight A student for years. You don't seriously. Where do I even look like a Ryan? You've got the wrong person.
I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, so I let out a strangled laugh. Getting paid for taking someone else's work is no laughing under Miss Ryan. Miss Ryan. I glared daggers at the street teacher that I had for gym yesterday.
That's typical, Miss Thompson. Isn't that what Sab do?
She glared back at me defiantly, but I could see that my words did have some sort of effect on her.
No, it's not.
One of the other teachers patted her on the back sympathetically. It's okay. It's okay, Stacy. We still think of you as a real teacher. Look at them. What a joke. Why was no one giving any space to the falsely accused here? I didn't care about the fragile ego of Miss Thompson, or whatever this Tom's name was again. It didn't matter. Actually, I know who's this about, because that little element was mentioned there. You wouldn't expect who that might be. What mattered to me was that I was sitting here like I was on a trial. What about me? My name was Jasmine Jamison, for crying out loud. Was? It isn't anymore. Yeah, totally. It wasn't like my family did a bunch over this school annually or anything.
You get used to it. Anyone who deals with these punks has to have a heart of steel. They are little monsters.
I pointed at myself in surprise.
Punks? What?
Who else? I couldn't help but feel a little bit betrayed. Miss Chester had always been one of my favorite teachers, and here she was, calling me a punk. Well, Jasmine and Ryan, we'd like to say that we're disappointed, but we really should have expected this from you. Oh boy, that's not something a teacher should be saying.
What?
We can't do anything to you unless one of the other students names you first, so we'll be getting back to you this week. Don't go nowhere.
Behave! We'll be watching you closely. Hang on. What are you talking about? You can't just go around throwing accusations blindly like that. In fact, all of you have not tried to keep me here all this time. You have not even a single piece of evidence to back up your claims. No one breathed a word of my name, so it's kind of questionable why you're also confident in your little theory that I'm somehow the one behind this. And on what basis? Apparently some sort of false objective impression you hold against me and your speculation. You didn't even let me get a warning, and now you're dismissing me like you're doing me some kind of favor? 5 teachers cornering one student, have you no shame?
Jasmine Ryan.
What's gotten into this kid? If the culprit turns up one day and it's not me, which of course it will be, I'll take this to the principal office and demand an apology. Now that I should be reflect on yourselves.
Outrageous! Kids these days. These people, they thought they had some sort of power of me. Oh my god. I slammed the door behind me, still pissed, but my mind was more bothered with a certain matter. These whole teachers kept calling me Ryan back then, as if it was my last name. Was I Ryan now? That would mean the blonde idiot's last name would also be Ryan. Huh. The smells of tater tots wafted through the cafeteria as I waited in line. The hell is a tater tot? I feel like I googled that before. No, I did not. Okay, can I have some? I thought I'd eat it now. Because I'm a little hungry, can't say I'm not. Okay. Cafeteria food. I felt like such a normie. What? Hey, at least you have cafeteria in your school, okay? I just get some bread. I didn't trust all the other options and I was not up for experimenting. Someone cut in, stepping next to me and breaking my single-minded pursuit of food. Stretching an arm behind his back, he glanced at me from under his blown bangs. I smelled a rat that had everything to do with what I was just accused of. All because my name was now Ryan. What was with this for? Was he the kind of person who acts like he knows his sibling in public? Well, at least he wasn't a Rick. Hey, I got a little something for you.
What?
Tyler handed me an orange milk cartoon versus green. I didn't hate it. Orange, the flavor I meant.
Thanks?
So, just a random question. Are you in a particularly forgiving mood today? It so made me feel uneasy when he used my nickname. That was a family-only thing, and even though now he sort of fit the bill, technically he was just a stranger getting all up in my face with that impish smirk. I think we all have an idea of where this question was going now. Bribing me too,
Why the particular random question?
He looked up at me innocently, obviously hiding something. These times, aside from the fact that I'd already figured out this was how Eric would look whenever he tried to excuse me his wrongdoings with our parents. Oh, nothing, just curious. Mitochondria is the powerful soul. How can I stay mad at him? Okay, I mean, this is the answer, right? This was taught to us in all of the schools. That's the basics of life. Let's go.
Well, for your information, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
What? Jess.
Oh gee, you should have seen the look on your face.
I'm serious. You're such a jerk, Jess. I was the older sibling, huh? I was supposed to exploit all the chance I could get to make my sibling's life as frustrating as possible, right? No. It sure did feel good to have the upper hand, huh? But I wasn't a jerk like Eric. Yeah, because he wasn't a jerk, you were. I would never get that bad.
Now, what would you be talking about? It was just a random question, wasn't it? You should have expected a random answer.
Okay, gosh, alright, you got me. It's about. Her pause for a few seconds. His eyes sharply scanned our surroundings like a watchdog. The homework thing.
Yeah, what about it?
It's, I heard the teachers ambushed you earlier and... You bet I was enjoying this? Tyler suddenly leaned in closer, which completely caught me off guard and resulted in me backing away a few steps, stomping on someone's foot. I barely had the time to turn around and apologize to the person when he just took my arm and dragged me running off from the scene. But we didn't go past the corner of the sink after when I yanked my arm from his grasp.
What the f you're doing? Are you an idiot? What was that back there?
I was trying to whisper. What's with you? You didn't have to cause such a scene.
You had quite an attitude for someone who's asking for my forgiveness.
Yeah, of course you'd have known it was me. Tyler cast his eyes downward, looking guilty. See, whenever Eric tried to make me feel bad about something I did, it never worked, because he sucked. This was how it's done. Well, it'd have been better if I didn't have to step on anyone's foot and get so flustered over nothing, but still. Okay, you don't know what he's talking about. I'm so sorry. I'll fix it. I'll be more careful from now on and ask them to sign a contract or something.
I'm surprised that there are people who trust you with the future of their grades.
So, are we cool?
No.
Jess!
Why do you care so much anyway?
I don't know. You think I shouldn't care? What universe was this? My brother was trying to be considerate of my feelings? I wasn't sure how I should. should react, and so I just kinda stood there, stunned. Anyway, I'm sorry. Tyler threw me the bread he apparently was holding and then ran off. It wasn't that I didn't trust my new not mother's cooking, it was just that I didn't trust my new not mother's cooking. I was on the edge as I sat there at the table that I had to disinfect before I could even approach it, let alone sit down at it.
Are you sure I can't clean anything or help you cook? I'm an okay cook.
Okay, so I wasn't an okay cook, but I was very particular about what I ate, so I would rather be in control of the food situation than wait around not knowing what to expect. Food poisoning didn't sound fun. It wasn't as if Tyler looked malnourished. I just found it hard to trust anyone that kept their kitchen in that condition. It wasn't anything personal. Really?
It's fine, Jasmine. Also, you don't cook?
She looked at me cautiously, but I felt as though she wasn't directing this towards me, but her real daughter. I bet there was an interesting subplot for this. No? Well, I just about memorized the route from this morning, so there weren't too many hassles getting home. However, this was my home and I need to get to our big place on the hill where all my stuff was. And yes, my family too? My family? I wonder. If I was here now, and knowledge as the older sibling of this family would be that the real something Ryan was now at my place. We got switched, this was a real possibility the more I thought about it. But why? Was she unhappy with her family too? I was the corner of my eye, I noticed Tyler coming this way, holding something in his hand. It took a couple of seconds longer to realize what it was. I didn't even need his commentary. Roadkill is the coolest, huh? And the appropriate thing given the circumstances. I screamed.
You monster! Put that thing away! Get it out of here, Tyler. You know how your sister gets about germs?
Well, she didn't get it from an unknown branch of the family. That was all too true. I found it hard to understand how this woman did not remember that she didn't give birth to me. What were her memories of me? Did she have any memories of me at all? What about her real daughter? It didn't make any sense. Tyler disappeared with the flattened animal when I was busy getting irritated. To tell you the truth, what really bothered me was that I was irritated because... Wait, what? What really bothered me was that I was irritated because I didn't have the answers for the riddles, not really because of the situation I was in. Not Mom. Plank down some Yes, some stuff. I guess it's too late for me to read this. Easy English for this hour, okay? I tried to call his food in a plate in front of me, just as Tyler returned, rubbing his freshly washed palms. I looked at him with appreciation and handed him a tissue. At least he was trying. If it had been Eric, he would have smeared his dirty hands all over me, most likely trying to crop my face. He really made me sick. Okay, I can understand why you would feel sick in such a situation. I want to address another question that had been plaguing me for quite some time now.
So, isn't that a musician?
Tarek had said he was always on the road before. Now he was staring at me with incredulity before snorting with laughter. Good one, Jess.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. It would seem fit finding out what was really going on with somebody wouldn't be so simple. How would something try and deal with mine, I wonder? Still bless her for having to suffer in Eric's company from now on. Ha. Miss Ryan dropped off Tyler's plate in front of him and then sat down her own, looking worried.
I know it's not the best, but the dinner has me running double shift, so I can't spend any more time in the kitchen. We get it.
We get it, Mom, it's alright. I poked the stuff on my plate with a fork. No, this was definitely not alright. The roadkill almost looked more appetizing. Now I could see why something Ryan would want to trade her life to live as someone else. Or did she? But why me? Who in their right mind would choose to be Eric's sister anyway? Wouldn't it be less troublesome if she had chosen to be a single child? Not that I was really complaining, but that way it wouldn't involve someone else having to unwittingly take her place. Unless there wasn't that option to begin with. And trading life's different from me. This just seemed like some kind of simulation game. Interesting point of view you have there. I wonder if that really is a simulation game. Probably not. That's definitely real life.
Hey, a family generator?
What? I actually voiced my thoughts aloud in obsession. Now everyone was looking at me quizzically.
I was just thinking about this assignment at school. It's about the process of generating stuff.
No more information needed then. Good, because there wasn't any. What was with those thoughts just then? I felt like I was getting somewhere until I was cut off.
Well, your father is gone. We trust you to set a good example of Tyler, Jasmine.
Glancing up, the reply was on the tip of my tongue. He's not my father, but I swallowed. Also, she said that she was going to go reroute. Another neglectful parent, I see.
What?
She's barely over a year older than me, Mom. Tyler was just 15, who played around with roadkills and ate like a 3-year-old, so it was pretty obvious that I'd be considered the responsible one.
Yeah, but that's almost 7 years in dog years.
Yeah, not mother was a weird lady, alright. I like her. Oh, can I get a dog?
No, Tyler, you're not responsible enough to look after an animal.
But they try to keep my room clean. I'll clean it now.
How many times have you said that to me?
He scratched his head as if trying to actually figure it out. Well, this boy was dual. Well, a couple of times.
And how many times have you cleaned your room?
I bet if just asked, you'd say yes. He deflected the question by getting involved, and I didn't even care about their conversation. I was hardly a part of this family that I didn't need to get involved in family arguments.
Hey, quit being such a baby.
She's right, Tyler. I was. In a case.
I don't want a dog anyway. They drool all the time.
How dare you? I understand if that was a talk about a cat, but a dog? Why would you not want a dog? I mean, if it's a pug or a York, I understand why you wouldn't want that one. But different breed?
They are cool. I know what you're talking about. They draw. Okay, like Eric. I mean, like Eric. Why were supposed to not hear that?
Not Mom perked up, all of a sudden, almost scared, like she'd been waiting for me for years to bring up strange boys, even though I only met her in this morning.
Who's Eric, Jess?
Oh, Jess is a boyfriend.
Oh, gross! Eric's my creep, a creep.
Huh? Not Mom didn't seem on me, but she didn't press the issue, which I was a bit thankful for. I need to get back to that train of thought and figure out just what this was. Okay, wake up call you say, so let's end the episode. Cause I hear my go to sleep call. Alright, hope you enjoyed this episode of Sibling Experiment. I'm super tired for some reason. Anyway, yeah. Hope you enjoyed anyway, and hope to see you tomorrow. So, until then, if you'll be there around. Bye bye.